Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into the Matrix, not just for the awesome fight scenes or groundbreaking visual effects, but for the mind-bending philosophical questions it raises. The Matrix isn't just a sci-fi action movie. It actually gets us thinking about some serious questions like, what is reality? Can we trust our senses? And are we really free to make our own choices? In this video, we'll explore how the Matrix connects with ideas from famous philosophers like Plato, René Descartes, and Jean Baudrillard. Let's get into it. One of the core questions of the Matrix is deceptively simple. What is real? Early in the movie, Morpheus asks Neo, what is real? How do you define real? This is where the movie starts playing with the idea that our senses, what we see, hear, touch, and taste, might not actually reflect reality. This idea goes back to Descartes and his doubt about whether we can trust our senses. Descartes' famous thought experiment about the evil demon manipulating his perceptions is a direct philosophical parallel to the machines deceiving humanity in the Matrix. In the movie, the real world is grim and desolate, a post-apocalyptic wasteland compared to the sleek, simulated world of the Matrix. But the film forces us to ask, if a simulation is indistinguishable from the real world, then how can we confidently say what's real and what's not? It's a reminder that reality is not just about what we perceive, but what lies underneath those perceptions. The film suggests that to understand reality, we need to look deeper than just appearances. One of the coolest parts of The Matrix is how it mirrors Plato's allegory of the cave. If you haven't heard of it, Plato talked about people living in a cave, chained in such a way that they could only see shadows on the wall. To them, those shadows were reality. But when one prisoner escapes and sees the real world outside, he realizes that what he thought was real were just illusions. In The Matrix, humanity is trapped in a different kind of cave, a simulated world controlled by machines. The hero, Neo, is kind of like the prisoner who escapes the cave. When he takes the red pill, he wakes up to the harsh truth. The world he thought was real is just a computer program. This whole storyline asks the big question, what if everything we experience is just an illusion? One of the most iconic scenes in The Matrix is when Neo is given a choice between two pills, the red pill or the blue pill. The blue pill would allow him to stay in the comfortable, simulated reality of the Matrix, while the red pill would reveal the harsh truth of the real world. This scene is not just a dramatic turning point, it's packed with philosophical meaning. The choice between the red and blue pill represents a deeper existential dilemma. Do we seek the truth, no matter how painful, or do we choose ignorance and comfort? In Plato's allegory of the cave, the prisoners who see the shadows on the wall are comfortable in their ignorance. Similarly, taking the blue pill allows Neo to remain in blissful ignorance, while the red pill drags him into an uncertain, challenging reality. This moment is also about the nature of free will. By offering Neo a choice, Morpheus lets him decide his own fate, aligning with existentialist ideas from Jean-Paul Sartre that we create our own essence through the choices we make. Neo's decision to take the red pill is a pivotal moment of self-determination, and it sets him on the path of becoming the one. It's a reminder that our choices define who we are and shape our reality. This theme of questioning reality goes even deeper with the philosophy of René Descartes. Descartes once imagined that maybe there's an evil demon tricking him, making everything he experiences, everything he sees, hears, and touches, completely fake. This led Descartes to his famous idea, I think, therefore I am. Even if everything else is a lie, at least he knows he exists because he's thinking. The Matrix takes this idea to another level. Instead of an evil demon, we have the machines keeping people locked in a simulated reality. Just like Descartes, Neo has to question everything he once believed was real. After being unplugged from the Matrix, he starts wondering, if my senses were wrong about this, can I ever trust them again? It's like Descartes' radical doubt brought to life. Now let's talk about hyperreality, an idea from French philosopher Jean Baudrillard. He argued that in our modern world, with all the media and technology around us, the line between reality and simulation gets really blurry. Sometimes, we can't tell what's real anymore because we're surrounded by so many images, screens, and simulations. In The Matrix, this concept plays out in a big way. People in the Matrix have no clue that what they're experiencing is fake. The machines have created such a convincing simulation that it's become their reality. There's even a fun nod to Baudrillard in the movie when Neo hides his illegal software in a copy of Simulacra and Simulation, one of Baudrillard's key works. Let's take the conversation one step further by looking at simulation theory, an idea that's become pretty popular in recent years, especially thanks to tech figures like Elon Musk. This theory suggests that we might actually be living in a simulated reality right now. Sounds familiar, right? It's almost as if the Matrix was ahead of its time. The basic idea is that if future civilizations develop technology advanced enough to create realistic simulations, it's possible we could be part of one. It's kind of a mind-bending thought. Just like in the movie, how would we even know if we're inside a simulation? Everything we experience could just be part of an advanced program. Philosopher Nick Bostrom introduced this idea, arguing that if such simulations are possible, there's a high probability that we're living in one. The Matrix reflects this question perfectly. How do we know what's real when technology becomes indistinguishable from reality itself? This doesn't just sound like science fiction anymore. With virtual reality and artificial intelligence advancing so rapidly, we're already starting to question how much technology shapes the way we experience the world. In a sense, we might already be living in a partial simulation, with how much our lives are mediated by screens, data, and algorithms. The Matrix forces us to think about what it means to be human in a world where technology could redefine reality. Another huge theme in The Matrix is the question of free will. Are we really free to make our own choices, or is everything predetermined? Neo faces this question a lot in the movie. He's told that he's the one, destined to save humanity, but he's not sure if he believes it. He wants to be in control of his own fate. This ties into existential philosophy, especially the ideas of Jean-Paul Sartre, who believed that people are free and have to take responsibility for their choices. Sartre said there's no such thing as fate. We create our own paths. In The Matrix, Neo ultimately has to decide for himself what his role will be. Even though others try to predict his future, it's up to him to choose his destiny. Finally, let's bring this back to our world today. The Matrix raises some really interesting questions about technology and the digital age. We're living in a time where virtual reality, AI, and digital media are all around us. With things like virtual environments and social media, it's easy to wonder, are we starting to live in our own kind of simulation? While The Matrix is a dystopian vision of the future, it makes us think about how much technology shapes our lives, our perceptions, and even our reality. As we dive deeper into the digital world, we have to ask, where does the real world end and the simulation begin? So there you have it. The Matrix is so much more than just an action-packed movie. It taps into some of the biggest philosophical questions about reality, free will, and how technology shapes our world. What do you guys think? Are we living in our own version of The Matrix? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more deep dives into movies, philosophy, and everything in between. See you next time.